Imagine if somebody bulldozed your home, bulldozed the place you took refuge at. What would you do? Year after year, this is exactly what's happening to the wildlife of the world. As hunters, their very spirits are tied forever to the wildlife that struggles to exist these days, to survive. But as hunters, we also know that life cannot exist without death. It's hard to remember at times, for all this compassion that every hunter feels for the wild animals, hunter or no, we are still humans. So we all have a greater responsibility to our fellow man. So pushed though they might be, when animals fight back, when they attack, when they go rogue, as a hunter and a human being, there can only be one choice. There can only be one ending. That's the main downtown district of Asuncion. All the lowlands are flooded around the city, so everybody that lived in the lowlands moved up onto high ground. In this case, they built a shanty town on a traffic turnaround. It's like that everywhere through the city. Tough to see this. I mean, the city is a vibrant city, but so much of it right now is turned into slums because of the flooding. Everywhere you walk, you see this, but people have to survive. Humanity is pushing the frontier of the wildlands, pushing the forest back. These people need food, so they are pushing back the forest every year, another mile, another mile after that, another mile after that. Who knows, 20, 40, 60 years, 80 years if we're lucky. There won't be any more of the wildlands left. It's not wrong, it's just progress. It's people. It's people. All the lowlands are flooded, everything. And the people are forced out of their homes until the water recedes, and it doesn't look like it's going to recede anytime soon. They finally called from the ranch and said that the airstrip may be dry enough to land on. They're not sure. So tomorrow morning we're going to try. Finally. I've been waiting. The water still looks just as high here as it was when I came a week ago. We finally got the word we're leaving this morning. Pedro has come to pick us up. This is our mode of travel today, a Cessna 206. We'll fly over top of the flooding to land on the strip if it's clear, if the water's receded enough for us to land. If it hasn't, then we're going to turn around and come right back. No offense to Asuncion, great place, but the wildlands are calling. Good flight. We're here, made it. Go on, buddy. Whoa, look at that. If I was walking in that water and wasn't being careful, I'd have had a foot chopped right off, or at least with lots of holes in it. Okay, watch out, coming out. There, we got him, look at that. That's a spectacled pond caiman. We just arrived 10 minutes ago, and right by the house, there was this caiman. Look at his eyes. That's 250 million years. This animal hasn't changed a bit. What a beauty. They have trouble finding anything to eat because all their food is scattered far and wide out through here from the flooding. So you can see he's just skinny, skinny, skinny. His tail that would normally have all the fat and meat on it, his tail's been bitten off at some point or another, probably in a fight with another caiman. We'll just let him go. Look at that. Look at this. That's crazy. Look at him. Go into the ditch. And goodbye. No idea what's in water this deep. Wow. So what's going on exactly?
Cowboys were attacked by 2 buffaloes while they were taking care of the cattle. And they were really worried because they're really mean buffaloes.
The buffalo attacked the guys?
They were working on the cattle on the horseback. They were just working with the cows.
Right? Was anybody hurt, or was it?
No, but they're worried for that.
I mean, is there a herd, or what is it? How many buffalo are there?
They found only 2 buffaloes.
Okay, so both bulls.
Both bulls, yeah. No cows.
Are the both buffaloes attacking, or what's going on?
Mocoin buffalo ya la gente ba ba isa itelo ya.
Mocoin buffalo. Detenile ya kaya.
He says one is the most mean one. Han ba isa wa ba.
Oba un lao ne hati. Hati pe un lao.
He says there's the mean one is an old with just one broken horn on the side.
On one side?
Yeah.
Just a rogue buffalo?
Maybe, yeah. I think maybe are those old buffaloes that they're expelled from the...
Okay, so it's like Dugga boys in Africa, yeah. when they're past breeding age, they get pushed out, and then they have nowhere to go, just cranky. So if they get close to it, it's just coming at them, or what's going on?
Más o menos 100 metros.
He said up to 100 meters you can get, and then it will come back after you.
I can't use a bow, then. I mean, you can't do that.
No, it's very close.
I have to use a rifle, yeah. How deep is the grass? I can see if I'm walking, I'm not going to see.
The high part is over 2 meters, 2.5 meters of grass.
Yeah, so you won't see anything.
No.
The guys have told me that there's a bad buffalo they want killed. I mean, no other word for it. They want it hunted and killed. When you've got humans and wild animals interacting, unfortunately, the wild animals are always the losers. And this buffalo sounds like he's going to be a bit of a handful. I'm not going to be able to use a bow. That would be totally irresponsible. Even with a rifle, it's a nightmare in the tall grass. They say that this morning it attacked their cowboys that were trying to round up the cattle. It's right against the forest, which makes sense because the buffalo don't come out into this open, cleared areas that they've turned into pasture land for the cattle. That's just not natural. These buffalo they'd be a force to reckon with. They're big, eh? There's 100 different reasons why these buffalo might go rogue. Generally, it's just they're old and cranky, and you know, they're coming outside of the forest. They looking for a fight, and that's the place to find it. How do you like my ride? That a local tribe, a native tribe called the Sioux tribe apparently hasn't had any supplies since almost 2 months ago. We've gone through some seriously flooded parts of the road that you wouldn't be able to get through with almost anything except for a four-wheel drive tractor. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. This is the Linga-Sioux tribal people. They're living in the middle of the wet Chaco in Paraguay. It's really the middle of nowhere in the middle of nowhere. How are you doing? How are you? How are you doing, big guy? Nice to meet you. I think the idea is to shake hands with every single villager. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
They're the real Paraguayans.
These are the original Paraguayans forever.
He's 64 years old.
64 years old.
And then 1 year ago, he's almost 70.
70 years old and 64? Hey, what do you guys eat? Look at their good shape. They're good shape. Do they hunt? Everything they eat is they hunt. Really?
Armadillos.
Armadillos.
A lot of armadillos.
Quati.
Peccaries. He says he wants to invite you to know where he lives.
Yeah.
If we can go walking.
Yeah, I want to see, yeah. I want to see. Fantastic. We've been invited into the chief's house. His nickname is Jaguar. Oh, look at this.
You know, old machete.
An old machete. So, I mean, it's just as simple as can be and effective as can be. They don't throw it, they stab it.
No, they don't throw it.
Yeah, stab. So the dogs, they obviously use the dogs a lot. Dogs are important for them for the hunting.
They all have a lot of dogs.
You can feel the humidity in their little rooms. Like I'm underneath here now and just drenched in sweat. This is where they all sleep, everything. The beds have foamies on them. They're just lifted off the ground on basically cut planks from the forest. And the whole family lives right inside here. Wow. This is their tribal lands. Over 1 million hectares here in Paraguay belong to the Guarani, Linga-Sioux, all the various tribal people of Paraguay. This place is amazing. You can see how much the water's gone down in the last few days. This was all underwater just probably 2-3 days ago. There's still lots of water, but it's going down quickly now. There's no way to see the bottom. You don't know how deep it is. You don't know what's under this water. This is tracks of a buffalo, a big bull. It's not real fresh. I've seen a lot of tracks of game. That's good. Deep grass is bad news because I won't see them until we're right on top of them if they're bedded, and it's not good. You know, these thickets are real bad too. It's just constant 100% focus. You just have to be switched on every second doing this stuff. Look at that. This is fresh. That's big, giant bull, huge bull. Tracks go right out into the swamp. They've got to be in the swamp. There's one. There's two. There's two bulls. The bull that they talked about has horns tipped forward. I think one's broken on one side, they said. They're walking that way. They're walking left, eh? Crossing out across this one. Coming this way. Boy, that bull is on us. How does he know? There's a second bull. That's the bad one. They know we're here. We can get over there quick enough. They're running. Damn it. Right in front of me. That's the smaller one. Damn it. They cut our wind. There they are. They got our wind. They're going into the deep grass. There's two. He's got an Ascari, a guard with him. The mean one, the bad one that these guys are having such trouble with. He stays behind all the time. Lets the young one be his eyes and ears. Now we have a problem. They know we're after them, and they're heading into deep cover where everything's in their favor. That's the younger bull. We're running out of light. We've got no choice but to go straight at him. There's the other one. was it. That was it. Son of a gun. I'd say that was a draw. I was within 60 yards of the scary bull, the guard bull, the younger bull, but I couldn't see the older bull, the real nasty bull. He was tucked behind, letting the young bull do all again, eyes and ears. And then when I saw the old bull, we were so close. And then when I tried to move in an extra few feet to get any elevation, they're in deep grass. They know what they're doing. This is going to take every single ounce of skill that I have. Those buffalo live on the other side of the front lines. One side is civilization, the press of humanity. On the other side is the wildlands losing the battle. This buffalo that's taking the fight to us, it's crossed the lines. You have to have respect for an animal like that, but unfortunately, that buffalo is going to kill one of these gauchos someday, and that's not acceptable. So the buffalo has to be removed, and the gauchos have asked me to do it. That's a responsibility of a hunter. If you're in an area and the people need help, you help them. It's my responsibility now. The problem is that bull is not your average bull. He's got his guard with him. And that bull is the most switched on buffalo I've ever seen in my life. I was quite surprised at that, just how wary that younger bull was. And he warns the older bull. We just can't get close. I mean, I can't get close enough to get a sure shot. They go out into the deep grass, and the problem is you follow them in there. You can't see them until you're literally right on top of them. That's a dangerous situation. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be dangerous. There won't be any draws today. You can sure see how the buffalo gets the drop on these guys. That grass is right up to their heads in a lot of places, even on the horses. The buffalo could hide in there waiting, and the gauchos walk right into them, don't know it. They get hurt, the horse gets hurt.
Categoria. A la buffalo. He saw him on the grass, and they were running towards the tall grass.
In the tall grass.
They were coming close, and they just ran away to the deep grass. He says he doesn't want to get in the tall grass because it's a little dangerous.
Too dangerous. And they're rounding up the cattle in this area. That's what they're trying to do. So they have to go into the tall grass to get the cattle.
They have to get there.
Somewhere, the buffaloes are waiting.
They don't want to get too close to them.
Doesn't want to get close. So we know what we're dealing with. We've got a buffalo in the tall grass. These guys have worked through this area to try and gather the cattle out of here. They've been having such trouble with this buffalo. You know, I mean, I guess the good news is we know where the buffalo is. The bad news is where he is bad news. You literally have to get right to that one tree. I can get in there, just duck down. Once we're on ground level, you can get right on top of him before I see him. So we'll try. That's the buffalo, that's the bad one. I can see his back, he's right on the edge of 10-foot grass. We've got the sun in our favor, so he's got to look right into the sun. It's going to be difficult to see us, he'll hear us, and the wind is kind of crossing. I might be able to get close enough for a shot. He's just waiting on the edge of the grass, like one step into that stuff, and then it's really not good. So we're gonna get one crack at this. We're gonna try it right now. We're about 200 yards from the buffalo, the bad bull. My biggest worry right now is that I can't see the second bull. He's somewhere close. He'll be close, but the only thing is we don't know how he's going to react if we move right in. If we bump into him, he's somewhere between, maybe. But there's that second, a scary bull's around here somewhere. We're about 200 yards from the buffalo, the bad bull. My biggest worry right now is that I can't see the second bull. He's somewhere close. He'll be close, but the only thing is we don't know how he's going to react if we move right in. If we bump into him, he's somewhere between, maybe. But there's that second, a scary bull's around here somewhere. There's a second one, watch out. Damn. Pull it right here. You see the dark? He's still moving, he's still moving. Damn it. Listen. Right here. Do you see that? That's him. Watch him. I can't see if it's the right one. Oh, there he goes down. Just stay back. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Second one's there. You see it? Listen. Black right here. Do you see that? That's him. Watch him. I can't see if it's the right one. Oh, there he goes down. Just stay back. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Second one's there. You see it? That was the second one. I saw the old one go down there. The second one was right there protecting him, but he didn't come. I thought he was going to come. Listen, listen. That's over now. That's called the death bellow. He was a warrior, this guy. Just stay here. Just let me go check him out. Buffalo lived a life that was as pure as it could be. His ancestors were from Asia, and he's transplanted here. We did that. Humans did that. And he adapted in this jungle and made it his own. And he lived a life that was wild and free. He lived a pure life. I choke up even thinking about having to kill this guy, because of that reason, because humans, and wildlife fighting against each other. Sorry, big guy. He's right here. This Toro Magnifico. That's one of the most incredible moments of silence, paying of respects, reverence that I've ever seen from people. These men know what this buffalo meant. They know inside, they know the symbol that this buffalo stands for. terrified. These guys butcher up a lot of cattle around here, so they're a well-organized team. It's interesting to see how they work with these big machetes. You know, they've got to do it quick, and they've got a big team of guys doing it. They don't have to carry those big heavy knives out on the hunt. I mean, even this young guy look at, he knows what he's doing. He just took the joint off, slick as a whistle. Look at that. Looks to be about high school age.
He's 13 years old.
He's what?
13 years
13 years old? How many 13-year-olds know how to take a joint off a buffalo bull like that? Good for him. Bulls all butchered up, and on the wagon, we're taking the meat to the Lengua Sioux tribe. Look at this. This is some of the meat. Looks like the stomach lining. There's nothing wasted on these animals. Nothing wasted on this bull.
Vamos, let's go.
Awesome. You know, this may be the best part of being a hunter, is providing food for people. Whether it's yourself, your family, your extended family, the people in your community, or in this case, the Lengua Sioux tribal people here in the middle of Paraguay. You know that you're doing good. Look at, they've even brought the lungs, all the lungs. This is the liver. They even brought the spleen, the rumen, still with everything that was being digested by that buffalo. Hey, cameraman, want to smell? Yes. They'll make soup out of that. I've actually eaten the soup, and it tastes exactly like my fingers now smell. What is it? Awak mok. It's good. Bueno. Tongo. He likes that soup. He's very good. You're a better man than me. Doing this for these people, you realize how important it is to be a hunter. You know that you provided for a group of people that have no other way to provide for themselves. Right now, they're flooded, their villages, isolated, both of them, and now they're dividing up the buffalo meat. There's no more pure and absolute way to support these people. And we didn't dig a well. granted, but what we did do is bring nearly 2,000 pounds of sustenance to these villagers. Hunters bring smiles. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's what hunters do. We provide for our families first, for the members of our community second, for our country, and then for the people of the world. We're hunters. What's more natural than that? Thank you. That's it. We just fed an entire village. That'll last them for 2-3 weeks. By then, the flood will be receded and they'll be able to get supplies in. We did a good thing today. In the wildlands of Paraguay, on one side, there's 7 billion of us pushing, taking, bulldozing our way through the rainforests of South America. And on the other side is one of the last great wilderness areas left on this planet, the wet Chaco region of Paraguay. And in this place, treads silent as the spirits, arguably the greatest predator on the planet, the jaguar. Jaguars have been protected for decades, yet they're killed by the hundreds every year illegally. They're not poached. They're killed to protect the livestock that you and I eat. Jaguars have friends everywhere around the world, except in the actual killing grounds, save for one man, doing more to protect the jaguars than all the best wishers in the world combined. A man who puts his own life on the line, who walks the walk for what he believes in. And that man is Rocky McBride. And this is the Jaguar Project.
This is one of those kind of deals, though. I mean, we have to get all ready, but it may just be, you know,
Fizzle.
It may just fizzle real quick. But if it does go on, we got to be ready to go on. This is the collar we're going to try to put on him. It ain't big enough, I can tell you right now.
We found a fresh jaguar track from the night, a big one. Looks relatively fresh.
Listen for a second.
The tree?
No, I don't think they're trees. I think they're gone.
You can hear the dogs have the jaguar bait up already. Now we gotta get there as fast as we can.
Yes, gotta get Nick.
Dogs are here. Dogs are here, but there's no jaguar.
Go ahead and load the darts. That dog's deader than a doornail. There's gonna be more dead dogs than this. Get another one loaded up. We're gonna walk in here. Jim, you come with me. No, there's another dead dog. That's Dilly?
That's Dilly.
Dang it.
The cats killed 2 dogs already.
Listen for a second. Okay, get everything. I got him.
680 again?
Yeah. I know it. Come on.
Rocky, you gotta do what you gotta do, eh?
All I've seen is 2 dogs. I think he's killed everybody else. Okay, get the dart gun. Y'all stay here. Get the dart gun, Jim. You carry the dart gun.
Okay.
Caleb, you carry the pistol. Let's go right over here and see if we can find this dog. There's Dilly. Here's Eco. Yeah. Look where they were fighting. See all this grass matted down and he's gone. What a terrible place to catch this cat. There you got him, right there. Just lay him here in the shade. Let's get his collars off. Oh, let's wash his dadgummit. That was my best dog. Where'd he bite him? In the back of the neck? Yeah, right in the back.
I just received a satellite phone call here about an hour ago. There's a jaguar that's been killing livestock on a ranch not too far from here, and I've been asked if I want to be part of the team that goes after the jaguar. They've got to try and chase it with dogs, bay it up, dart it, and then relocate it out into the wet Chaco as far away from any ranch line as they can. The problem is the rains have flooded our landing strip. We've only got 350 yards of usable landing strip for the airplane to come in to try and get me out of here. And there's no other way to get there. You can't get there by road. Everything's flooded in this entire wet Chaco region. My only mode of transportation is the airplane to get to this jaguar that's killing the cattle. We've got the guys to start trying to trench out some of these deeper spots, hopefully to dry it out a little quicker. We've got to get there as quick as we can. We've got to try and dart that jaguar. We've got to try and save it. Darn, here comes the rain again. Calls aren't going through. Satellite technology is just pretty weak when you're this far away from the center part of the world. You just trying to get mud on your airplane?
Well, I didn't want to get my plane dirty, but...
You came to the wrong place. I'm doing good, but you were making a hell of a mess coming down the runway.
I wasn't worried about landing, just taking off.
Well, no kidding. I tried to phone you, I couldn't get a hold of you.
Well, our electricity went out.
Oh, that's why I couldn't reach you on the sat-tel phone?
Yeah. Howdy.
I didn't think you were coming.
No, I got to go down here and see if we got a hard place to take off. It's just getting, you know, I get all wound up. It's just we're going to have to go really light. I don't want to take any chances. I want to take you, one cameraman, and a change of clothes. That's it.
Am I allowed to bring like a toothbrush or?
A light one.
Yeah. Rocky, you're sure about this, eh? He's never been wrong yet. That's the problem with flying these little airplanes in these places, crappy conditions. It's the yet. He wasn't joking when he said bring a light toothbrush. I've lost 3 pilots in 6 years flying into places like this, just bad conditions. And it's just a serious decision when you decide to go for it, because you're all in every single time. From here, that runway looks awful short and awful wet. There'll be people that say, well, why do you take the risk flying in these crazy, wild places? But if we don't make the effort to try and get over there, that Jaguar is dead. To save it, we've got to make the effort. That means you push the envelope on what this airplane is capable of doing. We lead by example. We're hunters. We want these animals to be here for generations to come, for my great-grandchildren and their great-grandchildren and their great-grandchildren after that. I want them to know that there's Jaguars running wild and free in South America. Fly safe, Rocky. Land safe and take off safe.
Yeah.
Rocky's gonna head right back and try and get there before dark, take off before dark, land before dark, more important. Rocky McBride, the pilot that got me over here and now is flown back, trying to get here before dark with the 2 cameramen. Rocky is a biologist and arguably the world's best houndsman for all the big cats around the world. Rocky's down here in Paraguay doing a Jaguar project. He comes down here for months at a time and darts Jaguars and then collars them with GPS collars, financed it all himself. If the world would just listen to Rocky McBride, there'd be more big cats and they'd be around for as long as this world is a civilized place. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to Jaguars. I'll be happy when I hear that airplane coming. Here comes the airplane now. Safe and sound, huge stress off me. I always worry when I want to do these things in these wild places, and I put other people in jeopardy because of my goals. But all's well. We're here now. We're going to set up for tomorrow morning. We'll go out to look for this cattle-killing Jaguar.
What this gun allows you to do is put enough pressure in it for short shots, long shots. You can crank this thing up to 150 pounds of pressure and shoot, 75 yards.
So it's a dart gun, but it also runs on CO2?
CO2 pressures this chamber in here.
Okay.
You load your dart through the back, end of the barrel.
Depending on how far the cat is, that's how much pressure you put on the dart. Because you don't want the dart to go through the cat, obviously. You want it to.
Well, you don't even want it to startle the cat.
How does the drug go into the cat?
This dart, anyway, you'll load air in the back of this chamber, and then you'll put the drugs into this chamber, and this valve will come all the way back when you load it with the drugs. When you shoot it, the dart hits the cat.
Right.
The needle, has 2 little holes at the very end of it.
Yeah.
You put this little rubber sleeve on it. When it hits the cat, the sleeve slides down, letting the drug come out through the needle. This little rubber stopper.
Okay, stops it from going out now.
So yeah, so when you put pressure in it, it's all, it's just compressed air trying to push that drug through.
Oh, you're kidding me.
With this, a lot of times the cattle just stay in the tree.
Doesn't even know it's hit. It's just
Well,
like
he knows it's hit, but it's it's not a severe. It doesn't scare him. It's just a
no trauma.
pinprick.
Not going to hurt it.
But it's a really unique system, a neat system, and from the old Palmer dart charge that we used to use, this is a much better deal.
Much better deal. Okay. This is Sybil. So Sybil's actually
Well, she's a licensed vet.
I am working with Rocky since 2008, so I'm working with Jaguar since then.
For the smaller cats, we're using ketamine. It's a really safe drug, has a high tolerance. Sybil's had a lot of experience with it. She's good about loading the darts. And I just give her an estimated weight on the cat and an age of the cat, and she'll prepare a dart for us.
Look at the size of that cat. Mm-hmm. Explain to me the whole Jaguar project.
So what we're basically doing on this study is trying to identify the really problem cats, take out by a simulated harvest by just live capture removal to identify, yes, this is the cat that's causing the problem. You're having to restrain a wild animal, but a good dog capture is probably the least invasive of all of them. The cat's free to runs up a tree. And then
Chasing these cats with the dogs.
they're trying to get away. It's a wild cat. If you've already caught the cat or it's got a collar on, you take the dogs away from the tree. Or if the tree's too high or anything looks dangerous, you take the dogs away from the tree. Everything's right. You sedate the cat. There's no restraint, basically. The cat's free up until the point the drugs take over. That's the only restraint. We have a vet that's involved in the project. The drugs are really safe. They're very tolerant. The worst thing you can do is actually underdose a cat. Then it's struggling.
Now the collar sends a signal up to a satellite, and then you can download
You
that.
can download it.
The whatever that cat's doing on a given day.
It sends it to an email account. You can look at it on a Google Earth satellite image.
How do these collars affect their behavior? Do they hate them? Do they?
They get pretty accustomed to them.
So that's perfectly, absolutely, 100% humane.
Hopefully these cats will come back to that dead calf we found, and if they do, we'll release the dogs and trod through some mud.
Well, I saw what happened last time when we didn't get there on time.
Where'd you bite him? In the back of the neck?
That's the worst of my hunting experience ever.
Well, that's a rarity. Sometimes you lose a dog or get one scratched up, but to lose 4 like that's really rare, and so we don't want to have that to happen again, but I'm not planning on it. I'm an optimist.
Now explain to me one thing. Why do all this? What's the reason? Why would you want to capture it?
We're altering the world. Things are changing. So how are we going to manage jaguars in the 21st, 22nd century? I've always had this saying, bulldozers kill jaguars, not bullets.
Yeah, bulldozers kill jaguars, not bullets. First morning, dogs are all ready to go. It's dead still here in Paraguay this morning as we're organizing, getting ready to go after this cattle-killing jaguar. Everyone's filled with anticipation. I think because everyone knows we're doing a good thing, we're contributing to the conservation of the jaguar, but also there's trepidation. Nobody knows how the day is going to end out. Will we find the jaguar? Will it come back to the bull calf that it killed? Will the dogs be able to follow the tracks? And if they follow the tracks, will the jaguar attack? Every one of us knows that these jaguars are the most unpredictable of all the cat species in the world. No one can say how they're going to react. We've come probably 3-4 miles. It's taken a long time this morning just to go as far as muddy. From the rains, they've stopped to let the dogs. I'll put collars on and they'll run him for a little bit here. Because when the action starts, when this jaguar, if it shows up, starts to run and these dogs go after it, there's no time. It's a full-blown, 100% all-in affair. They're going to be hell-bent for finding this cat. Dogs have had their run. It's supposed to get even muddier up ahead, so dogs are back in the truck now. We're getting closer to where this jaguar killed the bull calf. So far, so good. There's the bull calf. And it's bigger than a calf. That young bull has been killed by a jaguar 2 days ago. And we were hoping that the jaguar was going to come back and feed on it again, but it didn't. It just killed it. The problem is it can go 200 yards and kill another one, kill another one, kill another one. That's as big as a lion track, eh? Look at the size of that track. I mean, this is a $1,000 loss to this rancher. He loses $150,000 a year because of jaguars killing his livestock, and he tolerates it. He doesn't kill the jaguars, but the ranchers around here are not so tolerant. If those jaguars move over to another ranch and start doing this, they're dead. We've got a problem now with this jaguar is still out somewhere in this swamp. That's as far, you just crossed and that was it?
Well, he came down on this side, a couple hundred yards down there, and then turned.
Oh,
and
okay.
Right back down there.
Just went right in here. Look at the size of these tracks. That's a big jaguar track, a big male, and heavy. What do you think he weighs?
He'll weigh over 220 pounds, 100 kilos. There's his old tracks, and then there's his new track. Look how big that track is.
Just look at that, eh? That's a huge track. Look at the size of his paw.
There he goes, right there. So he goes down the... Oh.
Right out through that, waded right out through that. You can catch that cat if it was a fresh track?
Oh, yeah, he can catch it.
But then...
I don't know if he'll get in a tree.
Is that right?
Yeah. They don't like to be bayed by the dogs in the open. They don't like to have their butt exposed ever. So, you know, if he can ever get them, you know, where the dogs are all around him, he'll try to find a tree or something.
Then the big one will go.
If he can get down in some deep water and some vines or something,
then he'll fight him.
And
he'll kill him.
He'll kill him. And they can kill dogs so fast. I mean, it's just one bite. They just
I
pin them
remember
down. Yeah.
last time we were here.
Look where they were fighting. See all this grass matted down and
dead. 4 dogs out of 6 killed.
This is the mother, but it's yesterday's.
Okay, so she came through here yesterday.
I think they were tired of it, or they killed something else.
Well, that's what I was saying. They're 200 yards and they can go kill another one. I mean, it's not...
And it's a struggle to kill something that big, and she doesn't, you know, she just got so much energy. She guards it. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't come back. We'll go down here and see if we can't find where we can cut the tracks along a fence line and go through the brush.
So now we're, because she hasn't come back to the kill, we're actually going to be looking for the tracks.
That's correct.
You figure she's still in the area somewhere?
She's probably not too far. The area being, 2 square miles.
Yeah. Would they come back even later on this kill?
They do stuff like that, but usually when they leave it, when the buzzards get on it, they're done.
Yeah, okay.
And the buzzards are really going to get on it. That's why they're already sitting in the trees. Even though they haven't, there's 600 pounds of meat there, so they ain't going to eat it all.
That's disappointing on several different levels because, if she had come back, we'd have a good chance of getting the cat up in a tree, but without the cat coming back to the kill, now we're going to have to try and find her tracks or wait till she kills again. But if it goes off this ranch, before we can get a collar on it, the other ranchers will kill it. Damn.
This is when you're supposed to say, need more dogs.
We're going to take some of the old dogs on leashes, see if we can cut a fresh track along this fence line. It's so muddy right now that we can't really get around to find a track that's cut across the road anywhere. So we're pretty sure that this cat is back in the forest, out of the palm swamps.
We're not going to make a very big circle here. We're just going to go down the fence and make a circle around, just kill and just see if we can find something. But then we'll go on down the road and see if they may have crossed
Further down
ahead of us. Yeah, this road does cut through the brush here.
Hey, Hunter.
The dogs have picked up some kind of a track. We don't know what it is yet. For them to react like this has got to be fairly fresh.
Yeah.
The dogs are onto something, we don't know what. We've got to stay close enough to hear the dogs to get there quick enough so the jaguar can't kill the dogs. Nothing. The dogs have stopped barking. They're looking in the trees now. The dogs seem to have stopped right in this area circling. They don't know if maybe the cat went up the tree.
They're all together. 360. 360? Yeah. Now they're coming back. That way.
Okay, get everything.
chaining up the dog.
See right in the butt. Okay. Look out. Watch the dog.
We got a problem.
He's gonna leave. Rocky. Look out. Watch the dog.
We got a problem. What happened there?
The dog didn't go down. They've just been having problems with the expelling all the drones.
How much did it go down?
Just half.
He's gonna leave. Rocky.
It's coming down. They're letting one dog leave.
Get that machete. Machete.
Did I hit it right?
Yeah, you hit it. Fine.
I'll save. In the back there? Okay, that went in.
It went down.
Back. Hey. Hey. Back off. Okay. We got the jaguar down. Everything's good on the jaguar. We're just keeping the dogs away, waiting for the rest of the team. Here they come. We've got it in control now. It was nuts. The plunger didn't go down the first time. The second time it did. They bait him up in the water. Grab his back leg.
Back in. Yeah.
He's okay, eh?
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. Jaguar.
Female.
So this is one of the young ones, eh?
That's why the yardlings, yeah.
So the mother's still out there.
But with this, we can find them out.
Okay, so now the GPS will give us the mother. He'll go right to the mother.
We'll let them get together a couple of days and then. Okay. Of course, like everything, there's always a problem. I mean, you know, the dart didn't go off but half, which after I saw the size of the cat, that was okay. I mean, I wasn't worried.
You knew it was going to be dozy after that.
Right. The second problem is there's two sizes of syringes, and I have an adapter for one of the syringes. So we were just using one syringe just to get one shot of air, because that's why it was leaking out.
Oh, I got it. That's why the steam coming out of the sides. Gotcha. The heart rate's good?
Yeah, it's good. It's normal.
Look at the tail. It's much heavier and shorter, muscular. Look at the claws. Retractable claws. And this is a young one.
It's a real young one.
How old?
11 to 12 months. Big teeth are starting to erupt right behind it.
Oh, okay. So we'll lose those ones.
And
And
that's
then,
its adult tooth right there. The
Okay.
bottom one's erupting. They do that about 11 to 12 months.
okay. So this one's been learning how to kill cattle.
Well, it's eating cattle.
It's eating cattle.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the mother's killing them.
That's
They're
incredible.
super adaptable for this. I mean, the mosquitoes don't bother them. You know, they just live as
their
long
hide
as
is so thick. And
well, the hide's so thick, and they got a layer of fat like a bear.
Oh, they do?
They carry fat underneath their hide.
and they have obviously pretty good living in here.
They do. There's a lot of wild game, you know, natural game. And then
If
there's
they-
always a fallback. There's always some cows too.
If they, they're never going to starve to death because they just go kill a cow. But once they're habituated to killing cattle, you figure
That's what we're going to find out, but I believe that's what they're going to do.
So then you'll radio collar this one, leave it in this area. It'll bring you to the mother. Hopefully we'll get the mother as well, which is...
Ideally, we'd like to catch the whole family group, but when we put this collar on, because it's going to grow, even though it's a female, it's going to grow a little slower than a male would, but we're going to put a breakaway on it where it'll break off if we don't recapture it.
So the breakaway collar will rot apart in a month. The
We'll show you.
GPS collar will still, you'll be able to locate the GPS collar on it.
The GPS will tell us, you know, where it is, and then you go in with a VHF receiver and locate the collar itself. Even though we found one laying in the water. I mean,
It's still sending a signal up. 32-inch waist, the same as me. What are you laughing about? what joke are you talking about, Caleb?
Your waist.
Rocky, teach your kids some respect here. When one of us 38-inchers says we have a 32-inch waist, he's supposed to say, yes, you do, not laugh.
49.
And weight, like 30 kilos?
I'm going to guess the weight. Full belly, 35 kilos.
90 pounds, something like that?
90 to 100 pounds.
Not even 100. How long, Sybil, can you keep them out like this?
Working with her 1 hour. And then just...
Let her wake up on her own? You wait here until she does?
No, her breathing gets a little faster. Cut it off right there.
Oh, she's waking up a little bit.
Yeah, she's waking up. The jaguar is starting to wake up now. You can see it's lifting its head a little bit, and its eyes are starting to open, so it's time for us to vamos. It'll wake up, and then it'll find its sister, brother, mother, and then we'll come back in and try and get the whole family, because this is a cattle killing family, or at least the mother is, and she could be educating these young ones. So look at, she's starting to wake up now. Which way is out now is the question.
Get in, Brock. Get in. I want any mud in my truck.
Rocky's team, the Jaguar Project here in Paraguay, they're walking the walk. You know, they're out here. You know, they're in these jungles, they're in these swamps, they're going after these unpredictable animals, magnificent animals, and they're risking everything. The dogs are risking everything to conserve jaguars, to ensure there's jaguars for our great-grandchildren and their great-grandchildren. And without them doing what they're doing, that's not going to happen. All the love in the world is just, as Rocky says, going to save them to death. You've got to be realistic about it, and they are. Team's happy. Save one jaguar. Hopefully save the family. Hopefully save the species.